I never discussed this meme, and I don't think Nickocado is a bad person. I think he played the villain role very well to try and show you what it is. The moment you make fun of others, he's the funny guy. The moment you are trying to act superior, however, he has dropped the role as if it's nothing. That he is still ahead, you know? He cannot just be made fun of whenever you feel like. Although I have to consume all the memes. It is kind of like the hidden power of a YouTuber. The same happened to David Dobrik. Bro uncanceled himself. So, interesting things are happening. Is this the Domination story? I mean, it has to be. We literally see a streak of people dominating YouTube. We already started and I just can't stop. And it hits me second time out of nowhere that I'm making Domination episode 2. Because I never really defined what it is. Okay. With David Dobrik, I looked at the drama and it just seemed not reasonable. Too much. Cherry picking, basically. In order to just smear the dude by any means necessary. Everyone is putting so much effort just to create drama. It's the apocalypse, guys. That's what people do. But just for that sake alone, just like live life, dude. Just live life. Move forward. You can't just start drama. Even for the sake of profits, it's gonna look fucking shitty on you. But there's a chance, like, anytime a drama channel is gonna fall apart, you're done. You're never gonna come back, you know? They gonna feel their own medicine, basically. So the reason why I'm attracted to this as a domination thing is because of how he introduces the whole thing, right? Panda. Rare. I think that's what he is symbolizing here. Rarity.
Ahead.
That this is a very hard thing to pull off for a person. And he's proud of that, technically. Just like David Dobrik, proud of just putting on muscle. Just a thing you have to do. Just align yourself with good habits when it's like really necessary for you to just kind of sit back but be prepared. Be prepared. Be a normal human being when there's the days of the judgment are here. It is a rare human trait to put yourself in a respectable manner when the times are to do just that. But some people cannot do that and they turn into rats, which we catch during the drama series. This is just, we give respect to people. It seems that's what it is. Domination. Just try to hang out with them, try to accommodate some time for this guy in particular. Every single frame is important for me because obviously I'm not gonna watch him fucking eat food. Like, Jesus, are you stupid? You think I'm gonna do this?
And let's go.
Let's go, bro. No, I'm not doing that. I can watch this thing eat food. I've never seen that before. Alright, that's cool. He nailed it.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
I mean, it looks funny when he nods at you with that mask. Do you know what 2 steps ahead means? Well, it means something very simple. He's prepared. He's prepared. He sees the changes and feels what he has to do, the obligations, and he puts those steps forward, you know? just agrees to do what is necessary. While you think it's not gonna happen, and you're just gonna have a manageable version of a YouTuber for yourself, but it's always gonna slip through your fingers. There's always gonna be YouTubers that will change and potentially backlash. I think Sniper has all the reasons to backlash all the drama against Jack's films and take the proper revenge, not doxing. You know, doxing was just a vigilante run out of moves situation. YouTube does not allow you to properly take care of your enemies, you know? Threaten with deletion of their YouTube channels, or you name it. You name the punishments. I would love to invent those. For this guy, I don't care. He was just some fat guy. Like, I was vibing with the haters, basically, because I didn't care about some dude that eats food. But he found himself all the way up, which is like a respectable situation. He found himself all the way up on the internet throne, and he can feel as elevated as he wants to be, right? Now, it is a question, what is he doing now? Because, like, come on, dude. Is he, like, super active and eating food? And getting fat again? 3 steps backwards.
Greatest girl, stop.
Ugh.
Right now.
Okay.
And they
Look how ugly he looked previously.
it's to smile. Yeah.
It hurts to watch, though. I would smell a rat on this one, to be honest. I mean, this is a disgusting channel. Like, what else would come out of it if not rats? But I want this. I want this to be respectable. And I technically have all the choices, just like this guy has all the choices of how much food to eat and what to throw at us, basically. He's unlike other YouTubers, he just throws at us, and it's a mutual symbiotic bullshit, basically. People wanted to laugh at him, and at the same time, he's now showing that he sort of has control over it, so it's not that easy anymore. So now it's more of like a mysterious figure instead. That gives us a little bit of a YouTube spice that we never used to have. Now, I don't toy with my audience. I don't really have an audience. I don't have that capacity. And I don't think there's any YouTubers that I would know that would just toy like this and upload old content or whatever just for the sake of just keeping itself hidden. Although this is a gap. So it would be sus already. Kind of. I don't know. I think it would be sus. In other words, the vibe is like he put himself in a mental institution on his own will, realizing that he's the problem now. And that he chose this path. That he chose path off a cliff. But he took it as a champ, you know? It is different when people laugh at someone and when people turn it into a meme where they are impressed technically. It's different. It's very different. Another thing comes back to me as well. We should throw this there. I mean, my position is to hold memes, right, and memories as well. Hold drama. That's my position in life. Of what I hold, of things I talk about, is that position. Because that's how I introduce domination, is like taking the correct position. You can sell water for $1, but if you sell water to thirsty people, they will appreciate it a lot more. Might even give you $10 if it's rare. And I love that. Rarity, dude. If you put yourself in a rare position, rare situation, where a person like that doesn't show up, That's where you're the cool guy. You're the guy that everyone needed.
I know I'm supposed to be tired of trying to be someone that I'm not.
It actually aligned itself pretty nicely, right? With Nico journey of getting tired, but that doesn't mean that your journey ends. You know, you just stop being someone you are not. That you cannot carry the burden anymore.
The greatest social experiment. These unwell roam the internet.
That's interesting. Interesting way to put it. Creepy though. Search of stories. Oh, so he's putting it in a way that, like, oh, look at me, I will give you a great story. Funny enough, I also align with this guy. I had 1 month of not eating food. Except, I cheated a little bit, which was a part of the rules. I just can't say I didn't eat any food for 30 days. In fact, it was just 15, maybe? I don't even know. No, it was 30. It started changing. For 30 days, I wanted to test my limits, basically, and how I would feel, and all that happened, really, was just, like, me getting very tired. I mean, you can dig. You want stories, you can dig into my Hunger Games. The Hunger Game is that, well, if the worst thing happens, you must not eat food. You know, just whatever happens then. And like, if the darkest things are accumulating in your life, that's one option you have, not eating food. It's like, all of a sudden, it starts feeling like a lifeline. Like, the entire universe will start caring that you're not eating food for very insane reasons. Again, insanity, not necessarily you embody that, but you are suppressed by it. You are under attack.
For a distract.
Why waterfall in the background, by the way? What's up with... You're a YouTuber. Why waterfall?
From time unspent, filling their mind.
I mean, technically, to amplify the voice so much that it's just unavoidable, but it's kind of weird.
Yet still.
I mean, I don't hear that usually. Like, most people's voices are clear.
It's brilliant. Boy.
I mean, he's saying a lot of things that I didn't quite
thirsty,
catch.
Feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm.
What inspired this video is that, well, haters exist, and autism might just produce the greatest haters of all time. Because autism spectrum is a spectrum of evil, so that's where all the haters are. They're literally incapable of even moving a step forward to be a celebrity status person, where you immediately, like, wouldn't want to hate anymore. Even though you have the capacity, greatest capacity to hate, you're a celebrity, you can say mean things to anyone, you can roast anyone you want. But most celebrities don't do that. Or they pick very specific targets, not from the fucking ant farm, I'll tell you that much. Alright? If you pick from the ant farm, you just hate all the ants collectively. That do specific things to you. What if it zips? What if it just bounces back and forth?
I want you to think of something right now that makes you happy.
Wow, I have to do homework now. Jesus Christ, that does not make me happy. I mean, in times of crisis, that's advice, I guess.
With all of your soul.
Chase that. It's rewind time.
So I am the villain. I mean anything that they're told to consume.
I mean, for fuck's sake. I don't think this applies to anything. People are consumers. And they are being told what to consume because things get popular. And that's what people use, numbers, to determine what to consume. The problem with that is a circulation looping, basically. Things that were popular remain popular and just constantly grow, which is quite impossible in actual terms unless there's a loophole happening. In reality, like, all things would grow equally, equality, but when you have loopholes, popular people just continue being more popular. It doesn't quite stop. The only thing that stops them is that there might be more popular people, essentially, over time, across time. And there's slightly more competition, but still, like, it is hard to dethrone, like, the biggest of the biggest. PewDiePie into Mr. Beast transition, like, lasted 9 years? PewDiePie being on the throne of YouTube. And we're gonna have 9 years of Mr. Beast. I mean, I imagine it's cyclical. And you can see it feels inevitable that Mr. Beast will fall apart somehow. Also inevitable that he's gonna be around for a very long time. In fact, that time, I think, started clocking 2020 or 2021. I don't even know. I forgot. Maybe even 2022. So it still haven't, like, really started. Just 3 years in. Really? Crazy. There you go. I was on my toes when this was happening. This is 2023. Mr. Beast is gonna be around for like 7 years. So much to learn in 7 years.
So I am the villain.
Because I have to watch successful people do their thing, while I still have to learn for 7 more years. I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but like, we did the wind personality, fire personality. There's 2 ways that it could go, but you can't pick the same one anymore. We cannot elect a person that's like capitalistic driven or driven by memes, what's popular, just to manipulate people's perception that what they're gonna get is like the most popular content, so why worry about watching anyone else's channel? You get satisfied. The natural next step is to have a smart person, the smartest person to be found. And some of these just drop their mask of like, clearly I'm not the smartest person, but it's fun to be the villain, you know? Fun to be in the shadows and plot something. It's fascinating. It's like such a mirror moment for me.
Self one.
Yep. I can understand that 100%.
Because it's easy to brush off. The only way that something is meant to be is if you're willing to commit to the
If you commit. In every way. You can't just run from the boulder when you can dodge it, you know? So you gotta try all the tricks in the book while you stay committed. Most importantly, like, it's the opposite of capitalism. Capitalism does not like commitment because it always thinks about, like, I have enough money to not be committed. I don't care. I'll just go to a different place and collect different problems, and hopefully they're not going to be that big. Capitalistic mindset constantly nags me that I could live better, but I remind them that I don't have enough money for the live better lifestyle. And people are asking more and more for that shit. Luckily, I don't truly rely on the internet. As long as I can just download things I'm watching or whatever. Although there are so many games. I'm thinking of like in an emergency situation I might still be able to scramble a way of life. Although that would be extreme if I try to do that. Anyways, running away from your problems instead of being committed is a very different lifestyle. A lifestyle that you probably have never fucking seen in a way. Yeah, you see Mr. Beast, how Mr. Beast handles drama, he just runs away. Let's not address it. If he can't run away, okay, then I'll talk about it. But I'll still try to run away. Especially from that crypto stuff, because everyone's rug pulling, bro. Like, relax. Everyone's doing it. Why can't I do it?
Meant to be anything.
So far, I don't see real competition in terms of YouTube Rewind. It depends on what Timeworks wants to do in his life. Of course, now I have to visit him because he's fucking rubbing off on these giant YouTubers. Or just one giant YouTuber. I don't even know how much he collected. Just Casey Neistat, I saw him. Mr. Beast. I guess this is the way to never leave YouTube Rewind, is just contemplate, I guess. Oh, he tried to trick me. This little fart, man. AI technology, of course. Well, we gotta see if it's entertaining somewhere. But he always just, like, recaps old news. 10 days ago, bro. 10 days. Like, TikTok dying was old news. Like, he's still doing the same shit.
Be so many other YouTubers there.
Already failed after saying YouTubers. He shows this guy's face. This guy is a TikToker, primarily. And I saw him rise to fame without really feeling that he was becoming famous. Because, like, fuck this guy. I don't care.
So I hopped on. I also meet
a lot of TikTokers. You would feel like, fuck these people. Why are they famous? Can we have someone else famous? And we probably can. There's a lot of cool people on TikTok. We probably can. But someone has to fucking point fingers at this point. I can do it.
some other YouTubers, so it's really crazy.
Ah, yes, the vlog. So he was invited into this thing, something? I don't know. I imagine that's where he pulled out the rewind shit. Footage.
Got flipped off by a random guy. It was a fun time.
Whatever.
Here. See, that doesn't seem safe to me. Why would they put a thing that...
Well, you cannot go the other way around.
Severe tire damage on the road. She's like...
Man, I saw those spikes, bro. I saw that. That was so weird. Next to residential building. Or just a house.
Now early, but whatever.
In GeoGuessr. You don't know, because you don't follow the GeoGuessr channel.
So it doesn't hurt. Just waiting.
Is that place where it's like, what? You have to go in and out of your house. Why do you have spikes?
For the thing to start, and our creators.
The most American thing to come up with, fucking spikes.
There, but I also...
Literally Americans just inventing death traps.
These first 2 episodes are really just insane.
Honestly, commentary is really tame.
Did you guys like it?
I gotta hate on this guy because just don't repeat history.
I'm grateful downstairs.
I have to find my competitors ruthlessly, you know. It's between me and them. It's different business.
Gonna be there, so
that's something, though. In order to achieve capitalistic fucking heights, you have to appear clean. Yeah, clean meaning run away from your problems successfully. But that means the ugliest thing ever. Because you still have to figure out a way to make problems, to make the money. The money is the problem. And I don't know how you do that, to be honest. I'm like a smart dude, but I don't know how you do that. Is that how you, when you rob the bank and then you try to run away? Like, do narcissists just live in a different dimension where money can actually be made? Because that's how it feels like, you know? Like, I lived in UK. It's the only time I made money. In UK, I had a job and shit. But all these jobs were fucking disturbing. One way or the other, they just were eating me alive. Whether it's night shifts and 12 hours, and it's sometimes difficult physically, or hard to breathe, just too much noise, people pushing you around too fucking fast. Like, they just come up with some stupid shit, and the capitalists keep running. They keep trying to run away from these problems of, like, they create those problems, they extract wealth from people, or labor from people, and they just run away. It's fascinating, you know, them running around the world and just burn people's lives for the sake of profit. It is mind-blowing. It's like, whatever I can get away with, that's what they do. You can imagine a situation where Putin declared war and whatever, but in order to keep his image afloat and not be completely obliterated, he had to just continue drilling, throwing men into the fire. Also, a capitalistic dream to just, like, get away with it, you know? But it's war. It's a little bit deeper than that. Get away with winning something. For real. What a tough life, huh? That's all just insight for people being clean. Overly clean all the time. And wearing suits and pretending that it's like, this is a big deal. Look at this Mr. Beast Games reveal. 2 fucking YouTube videos. Oh, wow, crazy that I would not want to watch. I would watch it because they're popular, you know? That's it. But I definitely not gonna pay for it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? But that's the thing. That's what Mr. Beast does as a narcissist. Whatever he can get away with. It's now fucking obvious. That's what Mr. Beast is all about. Like, even if Mr. Beast is not evil, he is evil. You know? Even if Mr. Beast is only 50% evil, he's still evil. Like, and only 50%? 50% is a lot. It's all about, like, can I get away with sucking people into a subscription? That's when you start thinking as a capitalist. You know, can I suck people into, like, a scummy transaction? That's, now you're capitalist. Congratulations. That's what Mr. Beast is doing. He's just kind of joining forces with Amazon and be like, hey, subscribe. You know how to do that. You just gotta pull out your wallet, obviously. What did you expect? It's all about money anyways. Mr. Beast, subscribe. You will get money if you subscribe. You have been trained. People have been dog whistled into fucking wasting their shit over a subscription that don't matter. It's crazy. The scummiest shit is happening right now in the world. Capitalists are becoming more and more scummy. Like, it's insane. I used to play Hearthstone, and I don't play Hearthstone anymore. It's dead to me. I can make better games now. than Hearthstone. I'm showing the power that I have. I will show it on my main channel because it's available. But basically, I can make a card game. Very quickly, just like pull some cards out, put them together. It's not really, it's more like an inventory management game. Pew, 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 pew. Lovely, right? Turn 10. Oh, the cat is in the wrong place. And then you put the cat in the right place. And try again. Is it like 600? The first time we got? Already can't earn 100 points. There you go. More. We got more. That's the game. Arrange things in a particular pattern. I can even rearrange it backwards and we're going to get the same exact result. Funny enough. Well, not really. This is random. There are random cards. So we might not actually get the 500. Very close. Interesting. You tell me if this is entertaining when you get your hands on it. Not just by watching it. Because it's free. My shit's free. I mean, I just want influence, just like Mr. Beast just wants influence in the end. Because he can get away with that one. He can get away with just clicks on the fucking screen. Just like every capitalist ends up trying to get away with just shoving subliminal advertisements to people. I was just like, we can get away with that. We can get away with selling some fucking coke. Fucking coke, bro. I mean, they got away with it. This is the antithesis or the greatest definition of capitalism. Coke. You shouldn't be drinking drinks like that. They're not tasty. They ruin your teeth. They ruin the way you feel. I feel ruined after drinking some stupid fucking cornstarch juice or whatever. I don't even know what it is. It's like Marmite with bubbles. Is what I think Coke is anymore. Marmite with bubbles. Just a liquidated Marmite that everyone is praising because it has a different name than Marmite and it just tastes better. It has more sugar in it. But it's still just demonic juice, basically, being sold. It's like what you can get away with. It's just people want to fucking, well, ruin themselves. Ruin their lives. They don't care. People don't care, and often you can get away with just selling them garbage. That's capitalism for you. Just figure out what kind of garbage can you sell. What garbage people consume. And you end up rich. And nobody fucking should like people getting rich. But there are people who back up capitalism and pretend that like, wow, every single transaction is a win-win situation. It's not. No, it's not. And the bad apples are always ahead of everyone else. Or at least in the very same terms as everyone else. See, the technology providers, the Samsung versus Apple, Android versus Apple, Google, right? But they play a different game entirely. They seem to like monopolize so easily that the government can't do shit about it. Except attack Apple. They love attacking Apple because I don't know, Apple just throws a bunch of curveballs that clearly are not meant to be a part of the. It's a consumer like manipulation tactics that have to be fucking trimmed by the government itself. It's like kind of crazy, and it probably opens Apple to negotiations with the government or relations with the government that they just on purpose doing that shit. They don't give a fuck. Everything is science for them. For these weirdos. Like Apple is on a different dimension where like they have an army. They don't have consumers. They have an army of people who are just vicious at holding something that everyone else says that it sucks, but like they just want to be on the other side of things. Because you can actually like buy your way into it. Just like Coke. Like Coke is another side of things. There's so many drinks to choose from. Why don't you like juice? I buy juice and I appreciate it. But no, you need that specific fucking kick. People are such consumers, such disgusting human beings. And it's nice to see someone just pull the plug on that. Like it's definitely refreshing.
You will continue to consume these stories about me. Today I woke up from a very long dream.
Of playing the clown that earns money. You know? It's weird, because this guy also invented Coke that he just sells to people. And you have to make a distinction, right? There's the good capitalist of actually finding cool inventions to sell. But there's the scummy. And it's a 50-50 chance to get scummy capitalist and a person that actually provides value. And you decide. You're the one always making those decisions. And if you're not aware of the most basic shit in life, that most of the money that you can spend can also be wasted, right? If you're not spending your money on necessities and even thinking about it constantly, you have to constantly run away from these fucking other 50% of people, because you never know which ones are going to become corrupted and start shrinkflating and shitifying their products. You just never know. I mean, the greatest domination is to dominate the YouTubes. Is to know what path I'm going and that every step of the way I'm successful. I mean, I hope the apocalypse is not extended for me personally for next 7 years. The apocalypse will continue even when it's over. For 5 more years it will continue. Don't tell me that, bro. But that's what it means to be special. See, the reason why apocalypse happens, apocalypse is there to scare you, so you go from being an American to a European, to Russian. You just keep running away from your problems, landing deeper and deeper into darkness. Some Americans are teased by the Chinese lifestyle, not understanding how much suppression and lies are built on the structure of Asian life, basically. They don't understand, like, yeah, the life part of Asians is simple, but the culture, I think the culture would just completely stomp everyone. I feel like Asians have like ruthlessness to them, that if you fail, if you fall back and you rely on Asians to like carry your self-esteem, you're fucked, bro. Like you have to work every single day just to feel good about yourself in that world, I would say. And you definitely have to remove all this LGBTQ and freedom movements of any kind. You have to just focus on skill master. Like fucking Asian world is ruthless, bro. So digging yourself deeper, and then you can dig yourself into Australia, which is yet to be explored. I don't even know what the fuck that place is right now. I have no idea. I just see bad news from left and right of Australia you can imagine has 10 times more school shootings that are just completely different than school shootings. It's just different. I don't want to exaggerate and call misinformation. I have no idea what Australia is, but I just hear bad news. And then Africa, everyone knows it's a bad place. And there's wars going on constantly that no one will talk about because, like, fuck, Africa is just full of weird shit, you know? And I heard on TikTok there's like a war, and it's like, okay, I guess something's going on there. Well, South America, like, is the craziest place of all time. South America is the most silent place and the loudest at the same time. Like, they have like real influencers, lots of subscribers, but I don't hear them. I don't hear. Well, I hear about Argentina, right? Which is its own question mark, I would say. That's it. Argentina's president, basically. So that's probably the last place on earth you want to be is Argentina. So one place you still need to hear about. So Australia, a little bit of like South Africa, and a little bit of Africa. Like already, Africa is like more like 15%. Let me break it down like really fast. The vision I have here. All of the America matters. Some places of Europe matter, right? Russia just here. Just quite a tiny place of Russia matters. And then China is like locked out from the rest of the world. And India matters quite a bit. But it already hits different. These are white people. All right, and these are no longer white people. This is no longer people that you can relate to easily, right? And these are people who just like war. Russians already like war. Like you already have white people who like war. It's already hard to relate. So you can imagine that if you keep digging your grave, I'll call it your grave, during the apocalypse, because you keep trying to run away from your problems, so you think you're just gonna keep digging. Then you hit Australia. You're in the most isolated part of the world that still speaks English because, you know, it's the most common language for the most isolated place. So good luck, but it probably has a lot of demons just by its own nature. Things that you cannot conceive anymore, comprehend anymore. All right, you're already below the equator, so to speak. Then you have Africa, and Africa, like, people just have weird perceptions. They don't even understand what this place is. And while Australia might matter a little bit, but even that is just like tiny place. With Africa, you just have even smaller place. Like this doesn't matter at all. Half of the Africa is just like a desert, I imagine. And then you have some pretty cool infrastructure, I'm not gonna lie, but culturally is like dead. And then again, all I know is just Argentina. That they're trying to come back from the dead, by the way. That not that they're like successful or anything. They're just trying to come back from the dead. So it's like fascinating, I guess, to the rest of the world. Are they gonna do it? Or just gonna turn into something that sinks into Antarctica, never to be seen again? Just a piece of the world gets fucking cut off in the way that you have never seen before because we lost it. I don't know, dude. Life is weird. I speculate so fucking hard just to try and make sense of it. So I got to do some geoguessing and like analyze a little bit, but it's not like, I mean, it was revealing. Like I put South America in not even close to America anymore. It's the furthest away from civilization you can actually be. It could be the other way around, and South America is like level 5. And then you go to Africa, and then Australia is the worst place on Earth. So there could be a flip happening, right? Australia versus South America is probably something we'll have to talk about. But right now, I want to dive deeper into like the Asian culture and ruthlessness of it. And we get to see most of the Asian culture through South Korea. So I'm gonna be analyzing, okay, on my channel when I'm free from making the card game. I'm very busy.
Yeah.
It was that
Isn't it good?
It was crazy.
Is it good? Did I sell you? Did I sell you that? Ass? I gave my opinion of everything that I've seen so far. The vibe. I love seeing the snippets of Mr. Beast stuff, but like he's leaning into the psychological factor so much that he really wanted to leak it to the rest of the world, and it's like the concentrated sludge that he uploaded on YouTube was absolute garbage, and I still recommend people catch up on that. On the reason why Mr. Beast is the Saw. I don't even speculate. I put the 2 and 2 together, and it's like, what? Really? The games? The games? Really, Mr. Beast? What games?
Of value.
Everything of value is difficult. Well, it's difficult to recreate when people put effort. Effort turns into value, hopefully. Otherwise, you have to improve your efforts. Improve your skills. Just because I'm not popular and people actually viciously don't want to be popular because they basically can't understand me, which is like so fucking narcissistic. Just because you can't understand something, just because it's not popular right now, doesn't mean it doesn't deserve judgment. And people don't give me enough judgment. Obviously, if I talk about some fucking bullshit like autism or Penguin Zero being a little bitch, oh, now I deserve judgment. Because now you're defending some kind of fucking stupid concept that's laying in your brain. And it's like, okay, dude. You're not gonna go very far with me, unfortunately, but we'll see. We'll see what happens to you. Because I know I'm 2 steps ahead. I know you lose and lose even more if you try to put that second step in there. I just know that much. Most people lose and lose their arguments over and over again. Because I just put effort. I thought about it. You did not put effort. You just a consumer. The whole fucking life you spend consuming, so like, why don't respect people who are smarter than you? Why not? It's like, it's crazy. And these fucking evil people are everywhere who don't respect. It's not a fucking miracle. Dude just didn't fucking eat. You know? Dude just did not eat. Did he finish this? I don't think it's a lot of food. It's like a daily dose, bro. Or 2 days of a dose. You get extra. You'll wake up with full belly, bro. It looks awful, though. By all means. Just going back to the sludge. Yeah, it's funny. It was just like once one episode. The thing is, I had to go to the past. In 2021. Pick a person that was canceled, but didn't really deserve that. And I instantly found it. I'm finding what I'm looking for.
So
someone else. I have no idea, man. Jimmy's funny. He said he didn't recognize me without the shirt. Like, if he didn't see the freaking shirt, I'm glad I wore it, man.
I tried to limit my time with him. That's a big deal, right? Time is also a resource. It kind of dawned on me of like, women only exist so we're not gay. That's the only reason. I don't know if you can tell the vibe, but like this is up close and personal to some dude.
It was actually pretty.
Mr. Beast pad.
No, I don't need that.
This one's actually
Made myself one. Healthy
I put the effort.
internet.
Where the waterfall hits hard. Oh my god.
Yet Joe managed to stay
Yay, you backstabbed fools. The haters. Wow. You fooled them.
ahead.
It is the moment, right? Like, people are dumb. They make dumb commitments. Because they don't really want to commit to themselves and pulling themselves up into relevancy, for example. I mean, I see just people do dumb shit instead of actually growing their personalities that would actually hit it, you know, hit the spot of what I want. Like, I see one guy runs into the fucking forest, another into UK island. There's Iceland, another island to run away to. All my friends just scattered, some turn into haters, basically. I don't understand what's going on. The world is fucking upside down. Simply because people don't want to just stay and hone their characters, improve. It's the most satisfying thing to do. They want to go elsewhere and build their lives that way. And hopefully it's successful. It's almost impressive. It's almost like a pity party going on. Because you left your family, you left everyone behind. You might even hate them for bothering you anymore. It's crazy. The only thing I want to know is, does he keep the waterfall? Oh, I do want to watch the film theory. By the way, whatever happens to YouTube, keep at it. You're doing great. Batter's just flickering. What? And dies. Just how I fooled me. Oh, really?
In the future.
I mean, the funny thing is that was a different person entirely. That's crazy to me.
Because I will healthy.
That's a little bitch right there.
I will unique, extremely unique. I actually can't name one influencer who's going to do what I'm going to do.
That's kind of cool, right?
Was it irony then? When did it stop become irony? He told us all along, but nobody wanted to listen?
That, my friends, is the fortune telling as well. Telling truth all along, but nobody wants to listen to the truth. Meaning that people deserve to live in lies. They deserve, because they don't appreciate the truth coming out, right? In this case, it's very, very disguised of like a person who is willing to drop weight and that has a private life, so no one would even notice. But that's this interesting part of like, how the fuck? That's ninja move of just being an influencer and still nobody noticed that he was dropping.
Who does?
He's 2 steps ahead.
2 steps.
2 steps ahead. Remember, keep up.
Everyone thought he had lost himself. This is proof he didn't lose anything.
Not only that, this is a fucking genius video on his channel. Like, what? It just barely even started. This whole other character, dude. A whole other playground. Now I want to watch this.
But you're also an
I've already watched it, but it might hit me different now.
man lost 50 pounds in just 2 years without anyone noticing. Some in. As it turns out, Nick had pre-recorded over 2 years just from.
See, that's another thing that just like in people's mindsets. If you are fat, you are a loser. You can't defend yourself and whatnot. And funny enough, the way Nick lost his weight did not ended up with him having more muscle, which means that he lost his weight in a very just slug way, I would say. It would have been fucking cool if he came out with muscles, right? Because that's a very great possibility.
Great. Or
You see, the funny thing is, like, normally if you drop weight, like, you have been carrying weight. You have been carrying yourself as weight. You have muscle, too. So to see Nick just kind of come back to normal and even thinner almost, it's sauce, bro. It's fucking weird. I don't know if he revealed his secret, but
for all the reasons
it don't look so good. And at some point, it just becomes a number of like how much weight can you drop? Like, really?
I mentioned per day, the equivalent of 3 Big Macs, which
Well, we saw another weight loss actually of a big influencer, which is Penn Jillette. And yeah, if you eat certain types of foods with low calories, like potatoes, you end up losing calories very quickly. Raw potatoes, whatever. Vegetables in general. I wouldn't recommend fruits by any means, but vegetables. Super simple as well to pull off a diet like that when I'm thinking about it. You just gotta cook it though. Cook it, mash it. Simple. I think it's simple. I think whatever Nick pulled off is not exactly something extraordinary for me. But what you have seen is a skill. Making YouTube videos is actually quite questionable of a skill. Because then a question of like, but does that matter that it gets views? What if quantity matters too, but we're not rewarding quantity right now? Because it could change. Everything is valuable. You condense quantity into quality if you really need it. You know, you just put more work into it. But not everyone is willing to produce that shit. I'm obviously talking about myself, but video making for YouTube, contributing to the platform, is a complicated skill to quantify. So you need other supplement skills. So losing weight is not exactly a crazy skill. It's definitely a skill that shows patience. And people are talking about it. That means that, you know, it's important. But to me, it just seems not relevant. I will never be fat, nor will I have to drop weight. Sorry about that. You know, sorry for not participating.
I don't think Nick got lipo. It seems more likely that his weight loss was much more gradual. Wonder drug that's been taking celebrity diets
Oh no!
by storm.
No!
And well, weight loss journey supposedly began.
Did he got caught by a wave? Fucking Ozempic, bro. Well, I am a drug. What can I say? I am a drug. I do be sending people into YouTube Rewinds in 2022 to give them hope and starvation. Celebrity wonder drug.
In 2000, Ozempic is
that's me right
an
there.
injectable prescription one, or GLP-1.
Gurunext love people.
Ozempic works by mimicking of the movement of food.
Yeah, it's one of those wonder drugs where don't worry, you can trust the future, and then they stop being toxic about
food
it
in your digestive
and relax a little
system
bit.
from type 2 diabetes.
Wow, and then you can relax, you can stop eating and think about the future more.
But as an added side effect of all of that, it also drastically diminishes your appetite. Literally
Whatever he said is not exactly accurate.
making it so you have less of a desire to eat. Perfect if you're trying to ditch
Desire to eat a lot of food. Desire to eat without thinking of what you're eating. If you just put awareness, if drug gives you awareness of what you're eating, and every single bite becomes a greater experience, then you eat less. Congratulations.
Those cravings while getting the thing with
And guess what?
Ozempic. It doesn't actually do anything to cause you to lose weight. It only works to neutralize those cravings.
See, somehow I intuitively knew what he
And
was
hey,
talking
for
about.
some, like great.
Reduces the cravings magically, right? Well, not really.
But Ozempic is absolutely not a miracle drug.
The miracle drug is change of mindset every single time. I am the villain, and I appear 1 hour at a time, guys. What's the conclusion?
There. Well, some people have it works by stapling on.
I've never heard this to be the success story of people, but like, isn't sauna like a thing when it comes to losing weight? Putting yourself under a high pressure of heat and then sweating out a bunch of weight, like, that's pretty fucking OP. Obviously it's water, but it's a little bit more than that. Wouldn't putting yourself in a hot room result in greater weight loss? It's obviously going to accelerate weight loss. I just want AI to say it. Temporary weight loss, that's not important. I mean, it's not the only one, but alright.
Middle of your small.
It's always about who gets to be the scientist in the room. Who gets to try a certain type of way of life that would outcompete other people's way of life. I wonder if we're gonna elect like the smartest person eventually, because like I don't know where things are converging, but what would be the competition? Because one of the competition is losing weight. Obviously, other people's weight. It's all about advice that you can provide to other people. Or we don't need competition. We just need a person capable of scientific literacy.
Test it.
Not this. Not this is not scientific literacy. If you know anything about film theory, I mean food theory and science, is most entertaining when you just put it to the test. You have it. Like super entertaining to see people diss on Mr. Beast chocolate and remind people that capitalism will always inflate its ego and tell that Mr. Beast chocolate is way better than any other chocolate out there in the universe. There's no better chocolate than Mr. Beast chocolate, guys. You can take my word for it. Result in gastric pouch, guys. That's what happens when you drink too much Coke. I don't have a conclusion. Capitalism sucks. For most other people, can you imagine, like, that's how it is. The best we can do is just grab the most valuable stuff out of it and lay low, bro. Lay low. Not really pretend that rich people have to be destroyed. No, you just gotta kind of lay low on that shit. Because while you think that while you have spite against rich people, you're missing the point because you're wasting time. That's not your real enemy. Your real enemy is to be happy. That's your real enemy. There's other problems to solve. So clearly, that's not the problem. And it's almost like with so much gaslighting of where's actually the real problem? Because like money just blindfolds women entirely, sections them out, blindfolds them so hard. They're useless now. Women are useless. They're just products now, consumables. It's men that have to decide of what is actually a valuable thing to pursue in life. I don't say this lightly. That's what the apocalypse is the capitalism apocalypse. With different flavors. Apocalypse meaning that there's a big change happening without positive results. Changes without positive results feel apocalyptic because, like, people hate change. They cannot adapt to change that easily as most others. They don't invite change, and the change just kind of takes them off guard. That's what happens. And that's the end of this video. Peace.